Walk a ton ton to the break of dawn. Walk ton ton to the break of dawn. Welcome to Miami. Oh me. Still the baddest thing, the damn thing changed. Yup. Love and hip hop Miami. First of all, let me send a happy birthday shout out to the one and only John Witherspoon, darling. Pops from the Wayans brothers, played Craig Daddy for years on the Friday series, and the voice of the grandfather on the Boondock Show. Y'all know John Witherspoon. He would have turned 77 today. He passed away last year in October, so rest in peace to him. And also, once again, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and Gianna Bryant. Himself and his second oldest daughter. Terrible. I don't even know what to say. Just God bless his wife. My God, the fact that she now has to bury her husband and one of her kids. I can only imagine. Oh, my heart goes out to the whole family. It really does. Okay. So to the foolishness. Love and Hip Hop Miami. One thing I can say is that I can really, really appreciate Nicki Naturals in a sense. I appreciate a person that stands up for themselves. And I appreciate a person that don't just follow suit. Just don't follow in the crowd like a lot of these folks do. As y'all know, it's if you ain't kissing Trina's ass, you can't be around, period. And that's one thing that she's never done. But with that said, I respect you for not kissing nobody's ass, but Nicki is super duper childish and petty. And so is Sukihana. I didn't know that she was as bad as she was, but she really is ridiculous too. It's a petty cast we got on there, and Shay been petty. This is just a petty ass cast. They got Bobby Petty. Where is Bobby, by the way? Child, they got Miami Tip, that little dinosaur. They got her, trying to be the voice of reason on the show. Jocelyn's petty as all ever. It's just like, y'all grow up. Y'all too old. But we gonna talk about it. Let me see. Let's see. So we're still at the little club party, whatever. We have Julian talking to, I believe his name is MJ, which is Jocelyn's man and Shay's brother. Sorry, it's Amara's man and Shay's brother. That's who he is. So him and Julian getting into it. He's holding a lot of animosity towards Julian, Trina's former manager and Amara's current manager. I don't know if he's still managing her now in real life, but whatever. They get into it. He kind of still holds some animosity in his court for Julian because a while back he was drunk as a Cuda Brown and tried to sneak up in Amara's bed and give her something she could feel in Vogue. And she ended up, nothing happened. But she ended up telling him about it, so he kind of felt some kind of way. Plus, MJ, he wants to have kids, but Amada straight up told him, pretty much is that whether I got Julian or not, whether my career is popping or not, I don't want kids right now. And it is what it is. I don't know why he's in such a rush. I don't know if MJ has ulterior motives for being with Amada. I hope not, because it's just going to tear that girl on out. Amada has been through enough. She has really been through enough in her life, and she don't need people taking advantage of her. And it looks like Julian getting ready to rob her, and MJ, I don't know, it's something about him I don't trust. I feel like he's for her, but he's way too aggressive with his approach with things. It's just like, okay, well what you trying to do? What's your end game? I don't know. So anyway, Amada over there having hot flash, and so Prima Donna sitting right there beside her, and she was just like, "She not looking good. She not looking good. Come get her. She not looking good." Amada was getting ready to pass out. And then she had on that hot ass wig, so I can only imagine. MJ came over there too. Amada started to cry because she don't want MJ to mess up her relationship with Julian, and more importantly, her working relationship with Julian. Because Julian's been there way longer than MJ. But they ended up getting up and leaving. So then Hood Brat. Hood Brat is one of the new girls on the show. She's petty too, but she's more tame than the rest, for sure. She got her head on a little straight than the other girls, and that's because she's helping taking care of her niece and nephew. Her sister committed suicide, so she is helping take care, which is darling, I don't even want to get emotional about it, but yeah, so she helping take care of her little niece and nephew, the cutest little kids, and she had a scene with them telling them that she doing all that she can for them and all that. It was beautiful. But she is petty. So anyway, because last week she tried to make it seem like I was under the assumption that Hood Brat and Nikki Naturals was friends. But no, that's apparently not the case. So anyway, Hood Brat was sitting down next to some girl with the blonde wig on, told Amara to twerk for Jesus. Just straight to hell, right? She's sitting beside her, and then it's Sukihana beside her. So Hood Brat told Sukihana that Nikki Natural said that she was better than every single person, every bitch at the showcase and all this other kind of stuff. And she was just like, really? She was like, oh, that's what she said? And she was just like, oh, that's how you feel? So we see Shay and Nikki Naturals over there having a conversation. And then here comes Sukihana, funny looking self. I don't know what she looked like, a duck or some kind of floating creature on the water. I don't know. But she comes over and she was just like, I heard you had something to say to me, and just all up in her face, and that's why I don't do bitches. And Nikki Naturals, she don't back down from nobody, which is good. I can appreciate that about her, but she just makes dumb decisions. Her approach is just awful. It's one thing to stand up for yourself, but sis, you don't want to make enemies out of every single person that you run into, and that's exactly what Nikki Naturals is doing. They go find her ass somewhere in the dirty branch with one heel. So I don't know. But anyway, they ended up kind of getting into it. But then Suki was just right there in Shay's face. So Shay, she was just like, girl, what's going on with you? She was like, she was just sitting over here chilling. And Shay was right. It was petty. Nikki Natural said that she was the best girl at the showcase and she had no competition. Who cares? Every rapper bigged themselves up like that. It ain't nothing but a cover-up, child. Everybody knew Nikki Naturals did horribly. And Trina probably would have gave her a chance had she not had such a terrible attitude, turning off Trina's mic and just running around the place like a fool. She's crazy. She's childish. So, but still, even with that, and she didn't even make the showcase. Suki, you did, and the other girl did. So Nikki Natural's just popping noise. Who cares? She didn't even get to go on tour with she don't even get to go on the tour with you and Trina and the other girl. So what does it matter what Nikki Natural say? I thought that was so silly. I'm like, why'd you walk your funny looking ass over there to say something to Nikki Naturals? So Shay was tired of her in her face, so Shay started, making comments. She's just like, girl, you need to sit down, and this don't even make no sense. Suki was just like, well, I don't do all that. I don't even know why you talking. You all up in my face right now. I don't even understand why you have nothing to say. Hood. Ghetto. Arguing. And then, here comes security. Shay snatched a little piece of fabric off Suki's little outfit. And it's interesting. Shay has a knack for every time she fights somebody, she has to take an article of clothing or a wig or a strand of hair or something and sling it around like a helicopter. Petey Plapo. She really got to do, and I just feel like, wow, Shay, I wonder how she does that. She's so talented. So, they end up getting into it and walking on out, child. And I was like, Lord have mercy. I was like, that was so unnecessary. So, Amada, she had a scene with her man, MJ. And, they're talking and he's basically just trying to convince Amada that Julian is not the one for her. And, she really need to drop his ass. And, she just don't know what to do when it comes to Julian's situation. Oh God, I don't know what to, I wouldn't know what to tell Amada in this situation. I mean, you want to trust your boyfriend, but Julian and you have created a bond. Even though, we're going to find out that Julian is the true scammer that Trina said he was. Which is so sad. That is so sad. Karma's coming to you, sir. Karma's coming to you, and you're going to end up somewhere by yourself, rotting, darling. You can't treat people any kind of way and expect for good things to happen to you. That's not how life works. But he going to learn the hard way. He is. So ended up convincing Amada that they should look for new management. So Amada, she visited the her lawyer and said that if she was to find new management and get rid of him as her manager, he would he got it arranged as to where he would own 100% rights of her music. All her music, he will own all the rights to. I was like, my Lord. How can you do somebody like that? Terrible. So did Amada not write nothing? She didn't write her own music. It don't matter if she did or not. Julian, you are the devil, sir. And watch your back. That's all I can say. Ooh, I hate to be you. Let me see. So Sukihana had a meeting with Miami Tip, because Miami Tip is supposedly mentoring girls this season. Okay, so the two little dinosaurs meet up, and they're talking. Sukihana came in loud, cussing people out and ridiculous, causing attention to herself, and none of that ain't number insecurities. Somebody that needs to be seen that bad is an insecure individual. Cause I'm like, girl, just very interesting. So she came in with these little short songs, looking ridiculous, and Miami Tip was sitting there, and she ordered them to everything off the menu. She flirting with the dude at the one of the workers that worked there. I'm like, girl, oh God, sit down. I enjoy her. I think she's funny. I actually enjoy her raps too, Sukihana. But she got a lot of growing to do. She really, just as a person, like, my God. And she says that she sticks up for herself. A lot of people used to try to bully her and stuff, and she not having it. And I definitely can relate to that. But there's just ways to handle it, sweetheart. At least so far, you are the aggressor in the situations. You started with other people. Regardless of what Nikki said about... Nikki is a lot of ridiculousness. She is, Nikki Naturals. But who cares what Nikki said? She didn't say it directly to you. And she said that she was better than all the girls. That just included you. But you trying to hop on her head and beat her up? Obviously, she wasn't better than you. You know that. So why are you mad? Oh my God, she talking about she don't care about what people say. Yes, you do. Clearly. Miami Tip was trying to tell her to calm her ass down, and she ain't gonna listen, girl. Let me see. Nikki Naturals had a scene with Shay Johnson. Child, Nikki Naturals got 3 kids, 3 little boys. Adorable little boys. I was like, my God, I see why you celibate now. Yeah, that thing wore out and tired. You need to take a break. I was like, my God. Plus, she didn't want to sleep with Trick Daddy, for obvious reasons. I was just like, Lord, Nikki Naturals, you got 3 kids? None of them look alike, but I'm going to let it go. So anyway, they sat down and talked, and her and Shay pretty much had a petty conversation. I guess they're a petty team now. I guess it's going to be Shay and Nikki Naturals versus Hood Brat and Sukihana. I guess. And everybody else, child. Because I'm scared and nervous. Because next week it looks like Nikki Natural's going to get into it with Trina real bad. And it looks, and Trina got a whole team of girls behind her. Because she paid everybody rent in Miami, allegedly. So, all the girls is going to be hopping after Nikki Natural's girl. I mean, I'm sure you can fight, I guess. But what you going to do with 6-7 girls on top of your head? Nothing. You better lay there and play dead like a grizzly bear after your ass. So, I don't know. You just got to pick your battles, sweetheart. You in Miami, you trying to beef with Trina. It's just not it. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. I was just like, Lord have mercy, Jesus. So anyway, they got together. They was talking about, the Sukihana girl and how ridiculous she was. She was acting. And she was. But Nikki Naturals ended up taking Sukihana's phone. Now, I'm sitting here I'm like, wait a minute. So it's the whole nother day later or whenever. And I'm just like, so Suki done went out to eat with Miami Tip and all this stuff, and she didn't realize she didn't have her phone. Come on, cameras. Come on, edits. Come on, y'all. Come on, this doesn't make any sense. The first thing millennials do when they wake up in the morning is check their phone. So you mean to tell me this girl done went however many days or weeks according to the show and didn't realize her phone was missing? She didn't realize her phone was missing once she left the club. That's one of the first things people check to make sure they still got they phone and their keys. They phone, their keys, their wallet. I mean, at least I do. Hell, I be drunk as a Cuda Brown every once in a while, but I don't be that drunk to the point where I'm misplacing my keys and wallet and phone. So it's like, come on now. Child, a mess. So yeah, her and Shay is a team now, and oh God, just back and forth, tick for tack. Why did you have to take that girl phone? People kill somebody over their phone. I was like, Lord. And I'm low key living for this little petty team with Shay and Nikki. But Shay ain't gonna be there when all them girls hop on top of you. Nikki. So I mean, okay. Joy had a scene when she went over to go talk to Trick Daddy. She came over. She's been with Trick for a long, long time, and the kids play together. And yada. She went to go see her stepson, which is Trick's son. And they would talk, and then she actually came over to tell Trick Daddy that she got the tea that Briscoe actually did not sleep with Nikki Naturals, and she was like, well, I thought that you really liked the girl. Like, Trick Daddy was like, no, like she got the dough. And she was like, well, what do you want then? And he was like, well, why don't you look in the mirror? We all knew that Trick Daddy still had feelings for Joy. That's why he not giving her the divorce. And she might as well get back with him because she ain't gonna never be divorced from Trick Daddy, because unless she come up with her own money somehow. It's ridiculous. But then she say she have moved on from Trick Daddy. She don't want Trick no more, but she still want to be in the family and in the mix and be cool with Trick Daddy. Like, y'all belong together. Please get together and leave us alone. Jocelyn had a scene with Joy and Trina. Jocelyn, you in this beef with Prima Donna is so stupid and ridiculous. It really, really is. Like, grow up. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So I just put out there, I was just like, nobody cares about this beef with Trina and Prima Donna. So, somebody tweeted to me and said Pre McDouble started a whole Jocelyn campaign talking about her. And I was like, when was this? And she said some years back, it all started because Jocelyn was speaking in general and said people should work out instead of wearing waist trainers. Pre got offended, started doing radio interviews about Jocelyn, and even got shirts made. Okay, now see, that was petty. And Prima Donna, you probably one of the oldest people on the show, ain't you? At least you look like it. Y'all need, this whole cast need to grow up for real. I'm loving this season, but it's a lot of childish ridiculousness going on. Now, Prima Donna, you was wrong for that. She was bothering Jocelyn. But with that said, that was years ago. So I guess Jocelyn still holding on to it. So I guess. And I wish Jocelyn throw away that blonde wig. She looks ridiculous. So the child is what they're going to be doing. And so anyway. Prima Donna had a party. And she wanted everybody to wear white. She wore green. She looked nice. And Trick Daddy wore whatever the hell he wanted to wear. Briscoe came. Briscoe straight up told Trick Daddy to his face that he fresh out the pen or whatever, and he's just trying to knock some things off. He's just trying to do his thing or whatever. Straight up told him to his face, and Trick Daddy was just like, "Oh, okay, well I ain't got no issues with that. I mean, I could never have no issues with you. I watched you grow up." And he was like, "Yeah, I went out on a date with Joy too." You could tell Trick Daddy didn't like that, but he didn't say nothing. So it's interesting. Tricky, he'll take out all his anger on Joy or on the little Nicki Naturals, but when it comes to his homeboys, he got his homeboys back. His homeboys ain't no, it ain't no issue. Y'all need to watch it. Some of these men be more loyal to their homeboys than they are their women. I don't get it. I just feel like so you ain't got no issue with it. Child, we're gonna see how that work out, child. So we see Miami Tip come in. Trick Daddy gonna say, Miami Tip, you look good in that. I scream. Trick Daddy can say some of the most funny things and not crack a smile. It's the subtle little comments he make is hilarious. Miami Tip did look good. It takes a lot, so you have to give her props when it's due. Let me see. So Prima Donna got up on the mic. She seems cool. I like her personality, Prima Donna. But the people say that she started this whole thing with Jocelyn. It was talking about Jocelyn and all this kind of stuff. So she did it. I don't deny it. I'm sure she did. But all I'm saying is, it ain't that serious. Everybody talked about Jocelyn them doing that stuff because they was allegedly, right? Y'all remember that video of her in the studio acting a fool, yelling in the mic? Cocaine sweats, allegedly. Anyway, so she got up on the mic, and then all of a sudden we see this truck back in. And on the side of the truck, we see Jocelyn, child, recorded a video and said, Prima Donna, hey girl, I got something for you. Open the trunk, and it was a damn pig, a dead pig, child. Lay it out on a platter. And Prima Donna looking confused. She don't even know what to think. She don't know to be mad, to be offended, to be shocked, to be excited. She's trying to decide if it's still good meat on the pig to eat. But she was just like, I don't know what's going on. She didn't know what to think because I'm sure in her mind, her having a beef with Jocelyn is is just on Jocelyn's one side. I'm sure she's not even thinking about Jocelyn. I'm sure she said what she said and moved on about her business. Was it right with what she said? No, but haven't Jocelyn said and done a lot? So I mean, who cares? Everybody does everybody any kind of way. So you know, I don't know if she gonna get some hot sauce so she can try some of the pig or what. But next week I guess we gonna see what happens, child. I'm just like, Lord have mercy, Jesus. I don't know. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on the Google Plus. Follow me at IsKeysWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At IsKeysWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I love you so much, darlings. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.